Hey everybody, welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name's Taylor and I'm here sharing my oral health journey in hopes to help people like me who have had dental anxiety, who've battled their dental health their whole lives, and who want a supportive place with a community of people who are not judging and who are willing to help guide and support you on your own oral health journey. This is going to be part 2 to my how I got here video. We left off at age 14 when I got all of my wisdom teeth removed, of which I had 6, which is a big surprise to me. After that, it's fairly uneventful for the next couple years. From 14 to 18, I really only had a few small cavities, even though I was brushing and flossing and trying to do my best to battle my own genetics, keep my teeth healthy. At 18, I joined the Army. Kind of the same goes on that front. My teeth only had, a few cavities here and there over the next couple years until I was about 20. When I was 20, I got pregnant with my first child. And if you didn't know, pregnancy can have a huge impact on your oral health. The whole chemistry of your mouth can change, especially when you have really bad nausea and acid reflux. And I feel really bad for those who've battled with hyperemesis, which is basically where you throw up your entire pregnancy. Thank God I didn't have that. But the oral chemistry of my mouth changed. I dealt with a lot of acid reflux, so that's a lot of acid just really getting at your teeth and destroying your enamel. And I had a really hard time brushing my teeth because it always made me gag or throw up. Brushing my teeth my first pregnancy was a battle. It wasn't until after I had my first daughter that I really realized how pregnancy had affected my teeth. I had noticed that at my gum line, my teeth were starting to decay. At first, I actually thought that my gums were just receding, which wasn't the case. It scared me. It scared me a lot. But I had such a fear of the dentist that I just figured I'll just brush harder with a charcoal toothpaste to help them retain their whiteness, which that was a bad choice on my part. Back when they first came out with the charcoal toothpaste and it was, pushed out there, dentists were recommending it, and, all the toothpaste brands were pushing out this charcoal toothpaste to help whiten. It's good for your teeth. It neutralizes and pulls out all the color. But the thing is, charcoal toothpaste are like sandpaper on your teeth. They aggressively remove your enamel. So overall, you're only weakening your teeth. I ended up doing that. I got pregnant again. I've had 4 kids. My first 2 really set the decay of my teeth to the point where they're at now in motion, because once you get so far in dental decay, you cannot come back from it without dental treatment. After my first 2 pregnancies, I guess I should put a trigger warning here. We're going to be talking about depression, postpartum depression. So after I had my first 2, I struggled really hard with postpartum depression, and I didn't really have the support system to be able to lean on to be able to care for myself the way I should have been able to. This is not their fault. My family didn't really, number one, I lived in an entirely different state, halfway across the country. And my family that didn't live with me didn't really know how bad I was struggling. I had never been very good at asking for help or reaching out, and I didn't even know how bad it was at first. At first, I just figured it's probably just baby blues and it's going to go away. It didn't. In my struggle, I decided, or I don't even really know if it was a decision at the time, but I put absolutely all of my energy into caring for my babies. I put all my energy into making sure that they were happy and healthy and fed and clean and that their teeth were brushed. And I struggled with this depression for 3 years. After my first daughter was born, I went and got a bunch of dental work done. One of which was a root canal and crown on a premolar on my right side. It failed. And when it broke off when I was chewing a burger, when it broke off, I bit into it with the molar behind it. And so that tooth got a chip in it. And at that point, I'd spent all the money I could spend on dental work. And so I had to just continue life with a broken molar. And when me and my ex-husband got divorced, I lost my dental insurance. So I didn't have access to dental care. I couldn't afford dental care on my own. My teeth got worse, even though at that point I was working really, really hard. I was using toothpaste that helped rebuild enamel. I was brushing and flossing as often as I possibly could. My teeth were just slowly and surely disintegrating. And I couldn't help it. I couldn't understand why I couldn't stop it. This all was between the ages of 20 to 25. And then I don't really have any updates about dental care, dental treatment up until I got pregnant with my third, with my current husband. And then they once again started to disintegrate at an exponential rate. And then I had my fourth. And then I recently, probably about October of 2025, I went back to the dentist because I felt like through all of my pregnancies, my oral health has gotten worse and worse, and it's not going to improve until I get help. So I went to my primary care doctor and I asked, can I have one dose of a anti-anxiety medication so I can go and have my teeth worked on? So I went to the dentist that I had at the end of last year, and I went in there. I cried probably like 4 or 5 times in the office. The embarrassment from having bad teeth is uncomparable because it's the one thing. Why are teeth the one thing that we as people are allowed to judge? Like, why is that the one acceptable thing? Everybody's like, you meet somebody with bad teeth and you automatically assume the worst in them. You assume that they've been using hard drugs, or that they don't care about their teeth, or they are disgusting, because if their teeth look like that, then like, what's the rest of their body doing? You know, it's like, it's the one thing that people seem to not be understanding about. I mean, if somebody is blind, if I were to get LASIK so I could see without glasses, then everybody would be cheering me on. If I were to get a knee replacement, people would be so excited about the active lifestyle that I want to lead. But because my teeth are bad, people want to say, are you sure you want to spend that much on your teeth? The judgment people get, even in the dental industry, going to your dentist, and you tell your dentist, I'm brushing and I'm flossing, but my teeth aren't being maintained. And they automatically give you a judgmental, are you sure you're doing that? Are you sure? And I think it causes more people to be more fearful to go to the dentist because they don't want to be judged, which is fair. I don't think anyone should be judged for their teeth, or for anything for that matter. I think that the industry is going about care the wrong way. It doesn't feel like care when you go in and you're told that you're not doing enough. When I went into my dentist at the end of last year, October, She gave me a itemized list of all the most important things to get fixed. The most important things was 18 visits. The total cost of care on my end for those 18 visits was about to be $6,000. I can't afford $6,000 of Band-Aids. It's not something that I can justify. So I started looking at my options, and I found that the most cost-effective long-term solution was to get my teeth removed and get a prosthetic smile. And it was not a fast or easy decision. It took months of looking at the pros and cons of every possible option out there. And so I guess that brings us current. I have 10 days until I get my new smile. And I can't wait. Not because I'll have pretty, white, straight teeth. That's just a plus. I am so excited to not have daily dental pain. I am so excited to be able to eat foods that I haven't eaten in years because it causes me pain. I am so excited to not have to compensate on one side of my mouth. I am so beyond excited to share this journey, to give hope to people who feel hopeless. If that's you, like this video. If that's you, comment. Tell me your story. If that's you, or if that's someone you know, share this. I want to help you guys. I want to do what I can do to help people in our community. All right, I'm off my soapbox. I want everyone here to feel safe, to feel heard and understood. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video.